guys, welcome to my channel. This is Darcy. I'm Darcy. It's Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. And I'm doing week 3 in the Crazy Craft Challenge, which is to do a collage using items that start with the first letter of your first name. I might have come up with a few words, like over 40 words that I could use. So I just kind of started with that and ran with that. I went ahead and made one collage ahead of time because I didn't figure you needed to see me collage all day. I think I'm gonna. I thought what I'd do is a master board and then cut them down into tags and journal cards. And if you've never heard of a master board, it's just, you know, instead of collaging on one individual tag, you're just taking a larger piece and collaging on it and doing whatever it is you want to do on it, and going from there. And I will be doing some different things, like dry brushing some gesso. Let's see, what else? Distressing. Oh, I've distressed all my edges. I've got some digitals here. I've got some dictionary. I have some damaged book page. You know, I'm going with the D theme. Got some dots. These are digitals as well. I've been like, once I realized I could do digitals, I'm like, oh, I could do anything. Yeah, D's pretty good name. Dictionary. I've got some dialect. See, I can use any kind of paper with words on it, because, you know, yes, if your name starts with a D, you are. Might be a little too easy. I don't know. So I actually kind of want that one in the corner. I was putting it like in the middle of the page. So I'm just using glue stick. I've got a card, which some people call it a spreader, but it does help get the glue contacted good to the paper, because glue needs pressure. At least that's what Tara says. Alright. And I think she hears it from Diane. I don't know. Tara, Artsy Fartsy Life. So if you like paper doll collage art, you want to definitely go check her out. Oh, I also have some distress crayons. I've distressed the edges of all my pieces with some archival ink coffee, because if I'm going to put wet stuff over this, I don't want it to be the distress ink that's activated by water. Sorry, I'm looking for my... I had it before I started. I have a book for glue pages. Here it is. Which is also, it's a dictionary too. Just kind of rips them out, because the book is kind of big to have on my desk while I've got all this other stuff. So I've got some glue pages. Oh, and deckled edges. I've got a, oh, that one's sharp. Careful, that one. This one I got on Etsy. Edwin, what is your... I will try to link him down in the box. Edwin's... Edwin, if you watch this, tell him what your shop name is. He's got a shop on Etsy, and he makes these rulers and sells them on Etsy. They have a more distinct deckled edge, and I don't know if you can see that or not. It's really cool. It is a little bit sharp, but he does send it in this plastic, which helps protect your fingers. Alright, let's see. Kind of going for more red and blue for this one, I think. The last one I did, so I've got the damask, some digitals, some dots. Yep, I'm all over the D. At first I was like, oh, what starts with D? And then I'm like, oh, dauber, distress, even dripping, like I could drip some paint on here. I don't know how you guys like to collage, but I like to not line things up. Does that make sense? I prefer to not line things up. Where's the blue one? Oh, and design. See, I've got some designs here. I believe these are part of, oh, what's his name? William Morris Designs. See, all over the D's. Oh, I didn't ink that edge. Oh, well. Such is life. Oh, I've got decimals and digits over here. Oh, it's just too short. Is this one any longer? No, it's probably the same exact height. Yep. Guess we'll put a piece of this dialect. So I've been having fun doing the D's. I've been thinking about doing the Initially You challenge that came out in November. So since I was doing the Crazy Craft Challenge, I was like, oh, well, 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Right? Pretty much. But we got our damaged paper here too, which will be good on here somewhere. We better use fresh. So how are you guys doing today? Let's see. One of my past videos I did, oh, where are they? I like to do the Family Feud, and last time I asked, not last time, but one of my previous videos, and I'll put it on there, but in case you guys are watching, the people that answered, people that watch me pretty consistently. So name something that gets smaller and smaller the longer you use it. Someone did say bar soap, someone did say pencil, I think someone said toothpaste, and then deodorant and an eraser are the other answers for that. And then for today, let's see. How about that? Name a flower you recognize by its shape. So if you would like to play, there's no prizes. It's just for fun. Just put in the comments a flower that you recognize by its shape. There are 6 possible answers. And I will probably put it in a... I'll probably pin a comment in about a week or so with the answers. Just, you know, found this at a thrift store and thought it might be kind of fun to ask those questions to get some comments floating around in there. Because comments do help channels. So if you want to help channels, you know, even if you just put a little smiley face, comments help. And we appreciate them so much. You just don't even know. Unless you have a channel, then you know. If you know, you know. So, yes, I make a mess when I craft. If you can't handle that, I'm sorry. Just fast forward to the end and see what happened. I can't control how I craft. It's just how I craft. Alright, and then this is parchment paper that I coffee dyed or tea dyed at some point, which kind of made it look dirty. See? More D's. Just all about the D's, aren't we? Took's Craft Table was teasing her dog last week, calling him different names. His name is Mr. Darcy, and he did not like being called other names, and I told her, of course not, because Darcy's an awesome name. I mean, come on now. Especially Mr. Darcy, right? If you're a fan of Pride and Prejudice, you know. If you know, you know. I don't know why I keep saying that. But if you know, you know. Oh. Well, I distressed one side, so that's the side that I want up. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, the next step after this will be doing some dry brushing, some, what did I say? Dry brushing some gesso. And then I'll do some stamping and some inking, maybe some more distressing, and I will, I don't know what else. I kind of figure it out as I go along. You know what I'm saying? Try to get all my, I don't save these book pages. I have 1,000,001 book pages. I try to use as much as I can of this book page to get it to be, you know, to use it as much as possible. Got it at the thrift store. Actually, this one I probably got out of the free bin, the Scrabble one. I am a little concerned about some of these digitals running, but if I'm just doing dry brush of the gesso, it shouldn't be too bad. So if, I mean, some of you are here all the time, some of you might be new to my channel. I like to do mixed media, but I also like to incorporate it into junk journals. I think that it's really fun to be able to combine the two. Oh, come on. I might get some more damaged pieces in here in a second. I don't know what my cat, I just heard my cat meowing. I gave her lunch. She has access to the porch. We have a little, kind of like a doggy door, but it's a kitty door. And we have a screened-in porch. So she's pretty safe out there. Do I want to put some brown on there? I don't know. Put some of this digital on here. I have that one on the other one. Do I want that one or this one? I might. I like this. I like it. I've got some digitals. These are digitals of in my shop, Eclectic Junk Journals. I've got some jelly plate prints that I had created and then scanned them to make digitals, and then also some of them look like this, they're just plain, and some of them have patterns on them. I don't know about you, but even if they're not going to be together, when I'm doing a masterboard collage, I like to put at least 2 of everything on there. I don't know why exactly. Even though, you know, they're going to be cut up, it's not going to show. It's just my randomness, I guess. So, if you have a name that you're having trouble with, trying to figure out what it is to do, you know, let me know. I'll see if I can help you come up with some ideas. If you're wanting to do this crazy craft challenge or the Initially You 2022 challenge, I figured I'd just go ahead and do both. This is a digital. I think this one might be from Jessica Rath. Some of these are from Artie Mae's, Manu Designs, and some are just scrapbook paper. Some are book page. What, Hallie? My goodness gracious, could you complain a little bit more? Yep, she can. She can complain a little bit more. She just answered that question right away. I think she's just bored. Oh, I just totally covered that up. Did not mean to do that. I guess we'll just come down that far and cut off the rest. Ah, getting stuck to stuff. Because that's how I roll. Let's see. What else do we have? Got another piece of this? Sure, why not? A little piece of this, a little piece of that. Yes, I will break out in song. I will not apologize, and I will not stop. Because I cannot stop. Can't stop, won't stop. And I never know the words to actual songs, so. Some people like that, some people don't. It's one of those sorry, not sorry kind of deals. It's just who I am. Oh, this book page came from an architecture book, which architecture is a type of design. See, I've even made an architecture book become a D word. So, but it's also distressed and has a deckled edge. So, yeah, just D to the 3rd power here. D cubed, I don't know. All kinds of things. And do what I say and what I do. You should not use your scissors to cut wet glue unless you have a pair that is just for that. I don't really have a pair that's just for that. I just have to clean off my, is that bugging you? I just have to clean off my scissors every now and then with like an alcohol wipe or, whoops, got a little past the edge on that one. So now I'm just going to trim off my edges. And we're trimming, and we're trimming. I've been doing this, I do a live on Sundays in a Facebook group called Junk Journal with Penny. So I've been doing this in there as well. And this one, I figured this is an easy one to do multiple times. Although what I might do tomorrow is take all of these and like pick out 5 and do like actual collage in my blue book, collage book. If you look through my playlists or through my videos, you'll see, or even click hashtag, what is it? Oh my goodness, Enchanted Bingo Collage. That's what it is. And so I've got a collage book that I've been doing there. If you like that kind of art, it's just fun. She had like 75 prompts, and you pick 5. You can do the prompts she did in each of hers, or you can draw them yourself, which I did. And it's just 15 weeks. It's not a huge commitment. This might end up on a tag later. Daisies. D. Die cuts. Oh, this is definitely going on here somewhere. This little D from a dictionary. Sure, why not? Yeah, sure. I was going to wait. I was like trying to think if I wanted to wait until after I do the dry brushing, but I'll go ahead and do that now. I'll probably take some labels with digits. That way they have a D, and I'll distress them, you know. There'll be some, oops, might help if I at least do it the same direction as, there you go, directional. The same direction as that particular one, at least. I used a label stamp to do that. Alright, so this is the first one I did, so it's more dry right now. And gesso, I'm going to pause you while I go. I thought my gesso is right here, but oh yeah, it is. Haha. Never mind, I don't have to pause you. I found my gesso. Grab my. See, sometimes you find these pretty dishes and at the thrift store. I think that one actually could have been a dish. Of course, you know, now I've used paint with it. Oh my goodness, why? Oh, that was hard to open. So I'm just gonna pour. I bought this in 2019 and still have at least half a bottle there. So gesso, even if you're using it more often, which last year I didn't do as much mixed media. So, I'm not sure if that counts, but it still lasts a good long time. Plus, I have little ones. I'm going to take one of my rough, ugly brushes here, just so I can do like, and then I'm going to take some paint off and just dry brush it. Take some paint off, and we're doing some dry brushing here. I'm going to go both directions. Just give some nice, we'll see, I don't know which way it's going to get cut either, so going both directions is nice. And hopefully by using the dry brush and not like a lot of gesso, that the digitals won't bleed. Because some of them, it depends on, if it's got brown, it almost always bleeds. Ah, too much, too much. Abort. Retreat. Okay, so dry brushing some gesso gives some texture and some fun little bits. And we'll do this one. And it shouldn't take long to dry. Like, I shouldn't even, by the time I'm done doing this one, the other one should be fairly dry because we're dry brushing it. We're not putting a lot of liquid onto here, but enough that I didn't want to use the distress ink. I probably will do something down in that corner. That was a little bit more than dry brushing, wasn't it? That corner got kind of wet. So there you go. And of course, if your name starts with G, gesso. And if it starts with W, wet gesso. So you gotta remember adjectives. If you're having a hard time finding things that have the first letter of your first name, well, first of all, if it's a really difficult name, try your middle name or even your last name. I'm pretty sure that Pam and Luise, oh yeah, did I not mention? This is a collaboration between Pam at the Paper Outpost and Luise. And if you watch Luise, she's hoping, she's got more ideas, and she is hoping that our dear, is this the first one I did? Oh, it's still wet. Pam will do a few more. I mean, maybe not all in a row, but you know, every now and then, maybe do like a 3-week session. Sounds like a good idea to me. Not everyone. There were several people that were very on board. Like, and I saw Pam's comments. People were like, I wish you guys would keep doing this. So, but this one's got more browns, tans, and blues. Apparently, I stuck a little bit random green in there. Just because it had a D on it. No other reason. Okay, that didn't take long because it was just dry brushed on there. And I might have just burned my arm. Oh, and date. Date is another D. Word that starts with D. Alright, so dry brushed. I've got my distress crayons here, which I might do that after I do some stenciling and stamping. Let's see. Where did my stencils go? What do I want to do? Do I want to do any stenciling? And if so, what? I have damask on here already. So I don't know that I want to add more damask, or if I do, add it in the in-between spots. And I've got that one. Damask also starts with D. I also have a very large one. A couple of very large ones. Also, dashes. And I thought, like, if I just kind of, like, did a few of these in a row, it'd be like dashes if I just did that. But I think I will do some damask on this one. But if they're going to get cut down, then I'll go for the smaller one. And I think I might just go for this one. This one, of course, Tim Holtz. And this one I got on Amazon. And what color? I've got blues and brown. I might just go ahead and use some more. Just use more. The coffee. Oh my goodness. And I've got a brush here. Don't need a brush quite that big. That one I think I've used. Alright, see, I've got them all labeled for color, except the ones I use for brown. Those don't really have a color, and who knows what color brown I've used in there. But, oh well. So, adding some damask. And what I like about some stamping and some stenciling is that it kind of, it unifies your, all the separate papers now look like they're part of one, you know, so it kind of unifies it a little bit, I guess would be a word. Okay, there are hairs from the paintbrush that I used last time. All stuck up in there, all stuck in the paint. I guess that's one vote for cleaning your brushes after you, cleaning your stencils after you paint with them. I think you can tell I'm one of those people that doesn't do that so much. Alright, I don't really want to go on the damask as much because there's already, but maybe around it. So like this has damask on it, this has damask, and that has damask on it already. So might be a little overkill. And this is just really light, so it's just kind of a background. Let me just get one down here. Could have used a darker brown, and I may for something else, but for this, the lighter works. And I don't know what the rules are, but for me, I like to, when I can, kind of keep it to like three dominant colors. Like here I have the brown, the blue, and then the other ones are more neutral. So brown, blue, and tan. And then for sizes, like if I've got like these medium, small, and larger patterns, she says, and then she's like, well, what do I do next? Ooh, I've got some dates. I'm going to add some dates. Do I want to use brown? I think I will. I'm going to use the ground espresso. And I'm just going to, especially where there's not a lot going on, just add that around here and there, kind of like you would a script stamp, but I'm not going to use a script stamp, although I could because it's a dialect. But I figured we don't always have to use a script stamp. There's other options, and sometimes a library card stamp is just what you're looking for. I don't know. And that's just kind of in the background. It doesn't have to be perfect. What else? Let's see. I might use that on the other one. I've got one with dots that I love. One of my favorite stencils. And normally I use it with black, but I don't have much black. I have a little bit of black here. And black words. I could do black. Should I do black? Well, let me see what it looks like in brown first. I'm just going to kind of, here and there, randomly put some dots. Trying to think if I want to do black. I think I might. And the reason I want to do black is just to bring some dark. We got the black words too, so it's not going to hurt it. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be all right. Everything's gonna be alright. Alright, I'm just gonna kind of go here. And it's not real dark. It actually looks more gray than black when it's all said and done. I'm not doing the whole stencil. I'm just kind of going randomly. And in between where they connect a little bit too, when I can. I mean, there's no rules about it. This is just how I do it. Just thought I'd. And on the edges is good. Of course, I don't know where all the edges are going to be, so. If it were just a tag, like I might add a little bit more of that when I have them cut down. What else? Anything else? We definitely have our 5 because we've got dictionary, distress, dates, damask, dots. We're way into our digitals. We're way into our 5. Let me go ahead and do this one real quick. I did damask on the last one, so this one I might do Wonder Daisies. And we have the red and the blue. Let's see. Alright, I have, sepia. Maybe some sepia. And this one's like a bigger stencil, so I actually kind of do want to use that really big one for this one. And I'm going to probably avoid like the big areas like that. But I got this one on, whoops. It's my first time using it. I'm not sure how I feel about this one yet. But that's kind of cool. Alright, let's try it on here. I can't remember which brand it is. It might be a gel press one. So especially where I have like a more plain paper, this is really fun on there. Okay, I'm liking this one. I wasn't sure. Like when I saw it online, I loved it, but then when I got it, I was like, oh, do I love it? But I kind of do. So a little bit in this corner. And I'm not sure if you can see why using the bigger brush was helpful for this really wide, like lot of spaces. More of a, not even more of a mask. I guess more of a mask. Oh yeah, look, I got it out of the bag. Jelly Arts stencil, laser cut. I don't usually leave these. I don't usually keep the packaging and put them in the packaging, except this one's like so delicate. In fact, it came bent. I'm surprised. I was glad that it did straighten out. For some reason, they put it in the bag but instead of making sure it was straight in the bag, the shipping bag, it was folded in the shipping bag. Like, what the heck? Who does that? Well, we'll do that later. All right, I like sepia as the color for that. Some stamping, some dots maybe. I've got, nope, okay, I thought maybe I just burned myself. Oh, and doodles. I could do doodles or I could do my stamp doodles. I think that's a dahlia. Yeah, I haven't totally decided yet. And then there's this one has dots. Oh, and diamonds. Forgot about my diamonds. You guys, more dates. I think I'll use this one. Let's use some black on this one maybe. Alright, let's get some dates on here. Oops. I'm actually going to put the whole stamp down. I don't always do that. When I'm doing like a scripty type stamp. A lot of times I'll do more like that. Just kind of press it down and get part of it. Which I am doing. I'm not sure that I really loved how it stands. Alright, also not loving that I can't get it straight every time. That annoys me. Let's do this one again. I like this one. Do it in black this time. This one has more darker colors, which I think is why I'm more willing to do more of the more darker stamping. Does that make sense? Even though it's blue, but I like blue and black together. Do you like blue and black together? I do. And it's just more, just getting some stuff in the background than having a particular thing that you can see clearly. Alright. Oh, we were talking about doing diamonds, right? Not black. If I do diamonds, here's my blue. Oh, maybe some faded jeans or cobalt. Well, we got a lot of cobalt on here. Let's just add a little bit more. This is a red something stamp. Are they red? Not Red River. Red something. I have this one and a houndstooth one that I got from them. Oh, it shows a little bit. Not a lot, but enough that I've got some diamonds on there. I want it more of a distressed look, so I don't want perfect diamonds. You know? Do you know what I'm saying? Didn't I ever write the... I don't know. I don't know if I ever figured out which was top and which one was the bottom on this. And because there's the collage, there's layers, and you're not going to be able to get a perfect stamping on there anyway. What do we think? We good? That's busy enough for me. All right, let's cut them down. Let's cut them down, she says to the... Guess we're going to use this cutting board today, because this is what's available and close by. Yep, I'm not going to open it all the way. I could. I'm saving the distressed crayons for when they're cut down to size. So, I like to make some larger ones, smaller ones, medium ones. Alright, I'm going to do a large one over here, a 4x6. And when I don't feel like opening it, I just stick my finger on the 4 because I don't need it to be perfect, and then move it to the 5. So now I have a 4x6 and whatever size this one is. Gives me a small tag on the other end. This is just an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And then I'm going to do a 3-inch. And this is 8.5, so I'm going to do 4 1/4. And I've got a couple of little journal cards, pockets, whatever. And I want to do a tall one too. I want to do 3.5 inches. Oops. Which, let's do 3 1/4. That way, I have something I can use either as tiny tags or a belly band. And then we'll make this one about 6 inches tall or so. Alright, and cut this one down. This is what's fun. Well, I can do it backwards too. I don't have to look. I could just be like, let's see, before I wanted to do a 3.5 by like 7, I think, like a tall tag. See, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Just moving my finger up to the 5. Because I just don't want to open it. That's why. Oh, that's cute too. And just, even though there's like no collage on it. I am looking though. Okay, that one would go that way. I might keep that a big tag. Do a big journal card. No, I'll do 3 1/4, which looks like it might be. Alright, so there we go. That one. And go down the middle here, see what happens. And we have, it could be a journal card or a pocket this way. And this one could go any which way. It looks crooked. Why does it look so freaking crooked? Is it crooked? No, it's not, but this must have got glued on crooked. That's gonna bug me. I wouldn't say I'm OCD, but I don't know. Wouldn't that just bug anybody? Alright, I've got this and I've got this. I mean, they don't start with D, but that's okay. This gives it a decorative edge. How's that? Alright, so this one, I would probably... I never use these parts. I don't even know how. I think you're supposed to put them in like that, but you have to have your edge on there first. Let's try it. Wait, this is... Oh, might as well have that upside right. Okay. I think the problem is, if you do want to do this, you have to have it be the right... I don't think that's going to work. Oh, it did, but it's off center. Alright, we'll just go over a little bit. And now it's better. You need to go over that way just a little bit. We don't need to. I just want to. Eventually, we're just going to be all the way across if I keep doing that, huh? One more time. Because I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. Yeah, I just can't help myself, can I? Alright, we're just going to run out of any kind of space. You know, I should just be okay with it being crooked, shouldn't I? That's alright. We'll find something really wide to put in there. I don't know, I've just never tried that before. I suddenly, all of a sudden, don't know why, but had to try it just then. I asked myself that question, what if? And I answered it. I just round the corners on this one. And I think I'll turn this one into a tag, which you can do several ways. You can have a little template that you use. You can cut it off and then, you know, turn it around and do it there. Except I find that I always end up cutting one side bigger than the other when I do that, because you're cutting on the other side of that line. But some people have trouble with this because they end up cutting the plastic. So, you know, this could go this way. Could go this way because the numbers go this way, the words go sideways. Either way, it's good. I think I want to make a giant tag. I don't have to make these decisions right now, but if I want to do any sewing or edging or whatever, you know, like probably will do a little bit of edging. This one, if I use this, will kind of look like a ticket. Now, if you don't have one of these, then it won't matter. If you get one, you just have to remember that every time you do it, you have to flip. And then I gotta flip it. Every time, you just go to the next corner and flip it at each corner to get the same corner. So now it kind of sort of looks like a ticket. This one, I think a big ticket. I like big tags. I like big tags, and I cannot lie. Just making sure if there's any up and down. Just checking I have some that's up and down here, so that's why I decided to go this way. So I'm just making collage tags. Whoops, it was not in all the way. And I'm flipping. I have other edges too, but this is still my favorite one. But the only reason I have other corner punches like this is because somebody got rid of some. And I ended up with them. So that's why. This one I bought. But most of the other edge or corner ones that I have were gifted to me. Someone was getting rid of stuff. My aunt took what she wanted and sent me the rest to go through. And then I took what I wanted, and the rest will probably go to the thrift store. Although some things may end up, if somebody buys like something, a box of something, sometimes I'll stick extra something in there. Like if it's a medium flat rate box, I just love sticking just stuff in there. I'm like, oh, this will fit, this will fit. Tag, I like tags. I like all the tags. Something about the shape of a tag I really like. And I like the deeper, well, sometimes, I don't know, I have to be, it's in the mood. Sometimes I like these deeper corners, and sometimes I like a shorter one. I don't know what I was doing with those. That one's kind of got a curve to it. I don't know if I was trying to do tickets. Should we see what happens if I do that one around all the corners? I don't even know how I got that there like that, but I mean, you could do that if you were to take your hole punch or one of your circle punches and just cut a corner off one of these cards like this. Then you'd have the same size every time. If you wanted like to do, you know, like this will probably end up looking like a big giant ticket because it's that curve in. The curve in instead of out. So I just thought of that idea, by the way, just now when I realized it might have just broke that way. I don't know, but it gave me that, or I just happened to curve it when I did it. So that kind of looks like a ticket, doesn't it? So if you, and it's the hard thing about trying to make tickets is getting the same amount in each time if you're using a circle punch. So one time, circle punch on the corner of one of your, this one's from Xfinity. Then there's the good you know, good solid card there. All right, this one's going to be a big journal card, I believe. All right, let's do some distressing. Do I have a blue? I have a blue and a tannish. What's this one called? The old paper. Isn't this one linen? Nope, scattered straw. I think this one might be peeled paint. Shabby shutters. Close. Definitely not using the purple, which is milled lavender. And this one, tattered rose. Maybe the tattered rose. I get that a little bit. I don't use these very often. And this one's old paper. This one's weathered wood. We love some weathered wood. I'm looking for the weathered wood distress stain. I having a hard time finding it. Let's just do a little bit of weathered wood on here and see what happens. I don't think it's really the color I want, but it will help add a little bit of distressing to this a little bit. I think this will work better on the other paper that I had. Ooh, I said dashes, right? Let's do, ooh, this paper here. Let's do some dashes. I'm going to do dashes with black. Hold on. Let me edge this with some of this weathered wood. And I did not go into this with a plan, because that's kind of not how I roll. It's just kind of a little bit more intuitive. And then, hopefully this will work. I'm going to do some dashes. Because once again, nope, that one's not going to work, is it? Yeah, I kill markers. It's what I do. That's why I like these Sharpie S-Gel. They don't die so easy, she says, as it... Oh, probably because I wrote on the where the glue goes. Well, I might do this afterwards. You get the idea. Dashes around the edges, you know, if it lets you. There's some kind of grayish. I hope my head's not right in the... Now, I could go all the way around, which this one I might, but I might have to find a pen that works on top of that distress crayon, because it's waxy. It does not want to write on there. Let's see. Maybe I don't want to use distress crayon. I don't know. I use archival ink on this, right? I'm thinking I might want to use a little bit of distress. Let's see, I've got my linen and all the other colors. Well, not all. Well, I don't know. I might have all of them. Maybe a little bit of faded jeans could do. Is just kind of get, since I have that gesso on there. This will kind of, I'm just doing it really lightly, which is why you kind of can't even see it. Just kind of gives it a blue hue, but I got enough blue on there. Because I got the diamonds, I got the paper. Anyway, I'll probably find some focal points for these later, but for right now, I'm just kind of showing you backgrounds. And I'm thinking, do I want to edge this with blue? I might. So I got my dauber. I've just all kinds of things that start with D. You don't always have to edge it with brown. Sometimes you're not edging it to distress it, but to frame it. Just to give it a darker color. To frame it up a bit. So, yeah. I think tomorrow, when I do my live on Facebook, I'm going to actually do a collage page, which will be a little bit different. But I've been wanting to kind of do a video on doing a master board kind of like this with some stamp, you know, a little bit of, I mean, not that anyone's not done it. I actually have other ones I want to do too that have a little more involved with some modeling paste, and I didn't want to use that color and whatnot, and not knowing what I'm doing. I had it. Oh, was this the black one? Yep, that was the black one. Here's a brown one. Got this paper. Just kind of distress the edges on this one more. Come in a little bit more with a brush. Gives a little bit more distress. Oh, let me show you an edging that I like that's kind of distressed. I need, definitely need a distress. Ground espresso again. We like ground espresso, why not? Oh, come on, where'd you go, Timmy? I had all my Tim Holtz. They were here a minute ago. Wait, is there one down here? Is there one in this little thing? That's what I'm wondering. I have to put papers between them or they get all stuck together. I'm looking for the... It doesn't matter, I could do dots. Maybe I'll do this one. I want to drip some water on it after I do this bit. Let's see which one. This one maybe. So I've got my distress ink, which is you know, activated by water, and I'm just doing like a border just on the edge here, I think is what I'm trying to do, or not even the whole thing, maybe like a little bit up here. And down here some. Now most everything else I've used on here has been archival. This one is Distress Ink. Also starts with D, just in case you're wondering. And I wouldn't have to stick my finger in this if I knew. Oh, here. Alright, it's called a pipette, but it also could be called a dropper. Oh, and guess what just dropped? Almost dropped. Oh, too much water. I'm trying to sprinkle some water on here out of my dropper. Now, oh, I wanted to do some dyeing. I don't know. There's too many things. I want to do way too many things that start with D. I might have to do another video. So, and I do not, my videos do not come out scheduled. I apologize about that, but they don't. So if you want to catch my videos, your best bet is to click the little bell to get notifications when I have a video. Oh, too much water. Because now my digital has... But what's fun is, well, if it was a little bit darker you could tell, but where some of the water droplets dropped, the ink has come up. That's because it's, you know, activates with water. And if you really want to be like specific about where you drop your, use a little dropper. It's going to do different on each thing, but I don't usually want to. I usually want to just make a mess. Alright, and just splatter everywhere. Use a paintbrush, toothbrush, all those things. How are we on time? Where's the time? Oh, yeah, I think we're done. This is way longer than I expected to go. I will play with these some more, and then I will put them up on Instagram. But this is, we got quite a few tags with just 2 8.5 by 11 pieces of cardstock. It's just a kind of a tannish off-white cardstock. And I'll play with these some more and put pictures up on Instagram. I'm Darcy's Mixed Media on Instagram. I don't make Instagram worthy pictures. I just slap up there whatever happens to be that day, because that's not my forte. I hope you all have a delightful day, and don't forget to in the comments let me know what you're doing. Let me know if you need help with initial of your name, and also if you want to participate in the no prize but it's just for fun Family Feud, name a flower you recognize by its shape. I hope you have a delight. I can talk. Words are hard. I hope you all have a delightful day, and I love you all. And hugs. Bye.